show starts in 10,
You nailed the motherfucking window shut! Frank!
Who's next?
You know what,
6, 5,
I ain't here to pray. All I know is that it's real, and I'm fucking terrified.
1.
Your wife shouldn't have dug that gym hole.
All right, here we go. There we go. We bring you in. It is the hidden hand responsible for everything going on in Fromland. It's been a minute. And here with me is TV Theories. Let's see here. I think you got to unmute your mic. All right. Yes, I'm back, Ellen. Ellen says Jim was hallucinating.
Oh, that's what you think about the end scene?
Jim was hallucinating. Well, Jim's gonna wake up. Jim's gonna wake up season 4. Season 4. So while we're on that is a good segue. The aftermath of season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with Boy. Boy's in
Okay.
the cave and going right into the next season. They usually start from right where they left off.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see him hauling ass back up those stairs and closing that door? Because that's what I want him to do.
Well, you know that door opened automatically
Yeah.
for the kimono woman and that baby. So I'm thinking they may close the door and trap Boy and torture him some more.
Good
Like
God. Good God.
beginning of season 3. I'm
He's
sorry.
had
Rest in peace, Tien Chin, Tien Chili. Rest in peace.
Chili. I like that. just look at me. Just look at me. Okay. Oh man. Man, they go Martin Boyd. They gonna chain him up.
No, I don't think they're gonna Martin Boy. I just think that
We are all Martin, by the way.
Gonna do.
All Martin.
I don't know what they're gonna do to Boy, but I have a feeling that that door is gonna close and they're probably gonna do something. I don't know.
Oh God.
Maybe they'll tell maybe they'll tell him more about maybe they'll talk more. I don't know. But see, the monster, there's different levels of the monsters because you got ones that seem like they just walk, they don't talk, and then you got Jasmine who was talking to Kevin as if like she was having a whole human real relationship. So I don't know.
Okay. So let's go into wish list. Let's go into a wish list real quick. I know this is never going to happen because it's just, I know there's an issue with casting, things of that nature. You brought up Jasmine. I wish she would come back for a future season.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully they run it back on the young boy that saw Julie. Now that we're throwing in time, story walking.
He was actually in the cave when Smiley was being born.
I thought that was him, but I wasn't sure. He was dressed like him.
Yeah, but see, I don't know if this was like a scene they cut out or they redid it or whatever, because he's not in that first scene, or unless he's all the way in the corner. But when I was editing for a video, I was trying to catch a certain frame. I saw him standing there.
Yeah, because I saw him too, but I don't think it's the same because I know they said they changed the actors like for the milkman and
No, that was the same.
Was that was a different guy? I don't know. We'll see. I will have to go back.
I thought that was him.
I think the cowboy was the same now.
Now the cowboy, most definitely was the same. The mechanic looked like the person in the bowling outfit. I call the woman that be with the cowboy Miss Davis. Miss Davis looks the same.
Why you call her Miss Davis?
Because that's the narrative that what's his name? Not Ethan. Victor was remember that story he was telling his dad about the car? His dad was like, "Oh, you got one of these cars."
The guy eating onions and
like,
that nothing burger.
Yeah, but then when they went under the, into the cave, she was the one that said, well, I don't know if it was Miss Davis, but that monster that was like, "You keep coming down here, we're want to make you stay. So I just automatically thought it was Miss Davis.
Davis. All right. Chromonocle's in the building along with Bitey. What is going on, guys? What is going on?
Coming off the flinch. Jim with the book. That's funny.
And let's see. Yeah, so Ellen said that was the boy in that scene. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you for fact checking. Fact checking. I promise I'm not drunk. I promise.
Your wife shouldn't have dug that gym hole.
That was hilarious. And you try to play it off like you didn't say it.
No, I corrected myself after that.
I know, but you didn't like laugh like you did last time. Like, oh, I said the wrong thing.
I was not in the right frame of mind.
Oh, no, you wasn't.
All right, welcome to Tamika's Den. Tamika's Den is in the building. But if y'all want to go check that out, if y'all haven't checked it out yet, season finale live. I was drunk out of my mind, along with Bro the Big Review. Go check that out. All right. Okay, back into, let's see. So we talked about Boyd possibly being maimed and cut up and tortured by the monsters. Run like hell, Boyd. Run, Boyd, run. All right. Hey, Smiley said he got to get him some flesh.
Do you think that Smiley was like looking at him, or was just Smiley looking in that direction?
I think he was just looking in that direction.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hopefully you won't be looking at him in season 4. He said, I got to get me a pound of flesh. I remember what you did to me.
But hey, he may be, see that. Okay, that's okay. Okay,
Hey,
Smiley and Boyd.
He
Let's
might
talk
want to
about-
give him back them worms. He give you back these worms you gave him.
Let's start there. Those worms, we know they were the cicadas. And remember Sarah when she was at the ruins with Boyd and Kevin? What's his name? Oh my God, Kenny. Like, how did I forget Kenny's name?
Oh my God.
And she was like,
Kenny.
The entity or whatever is laughing at you. You brought it back to the town, talking about those worms, the cicadas.
Yeah.
So I think the cicadas part of the evil, and I also think that that's the reason why Julie can story walk, and I also think that Marielle and Randall are going to discover that they have some type of powers.
We're going to talk about the 3. Chromonaucle says that smallest actor confirmed he was looking at Boyd. Okay. I'll have to check that out. Monday Morning Critic Podcast. Smiley actor confirmed it. Okay.
Oh, I Monday. Yeah, I think they just recently did an interview with my little Ethan. He's so cute.
Oh my God. Let's bring back up the wish list. Wish list for season 4. Don't open any more doors for the ghosts, Ethan. We're putting you in the box if you do, okay?
Whatever.
Speaking of the box, is the box coming back?
Oh no, I think we done with the box.
The box is done. It's a relic. It's a season 1 relic. It's not coming back. Okay?
Yeah,
I'll worry anything about somebody going to the damn box.
Hey, she's not going in the goddamn box, okay?
All right.
I just don't think Boyd has it in him to put anyone in the box unless it's someone does something just egregious. But he may just smack the hell out of him like he did Frank. I don't know.
Chromonaucle, is that on your wish list? Imagine season 4 starting with Smiley going after Boyd. Maybe he'll run after him like he did Miranda.
And tackle her.
Yeah, he was running like a linebacker.
To be out there on NFL Sunday. Miranda didn't stand a chance. But I'm wondering, since Ethan, I don't know, the way the story is told, we don't really can't go off of Ethan's account. But if Eloise was running behind his mom, I'm wondering if she saw what Smiley did to his mom.
We will talk about Eloise. Let's put that on hold. I have an Eloise segment.
That if his what do you call it? His memory. We know Victor don't have the best memory.
Yeah. We gonna see about Eloise. I dedicated a whole segment for her.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Uh Still on the aftermath of season 3. The Jim stuff.
Jim?
Each family member, how are they feeling about Jim stuff? I think Tabitha's gonna take it hard.
Well, I think when we come back, I don't know if Jim is going to be dead.
Mm.
I think that may just been a scene they were showing us that was kind of out of place. But I don't think Jim is dead yet. But I think all of them are going to be devastated. And Ethan is going to want to put hands on somebody. I already know it.
Dark Ethan is coming.
Big Ethan, Big E,
Big Ethan.
attacking somebody next season.
I don't know, Ellie. You might be right. Jim was hallucinating. We'll see. Let's see.
You think Jim that he hallucinated that whole last scene?
I don't think he's personally hallucinating. I think he's dead. But I do think they wrote in a plot hole where they can come in. Our Julie's story walking. She's going to be forever trying to save her dad. So we're opening up alternate timelines and all that stuff like that. I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole. Y'all going down a slippery slope with this time travel stuff. We'll see.
But no, I can see that. Like she's always coming back trying to save him. At least that gets away from the reincarnation storyline. I think they didn't do a good job. It shouldn't have taken 3 seasons to discover that they're reincarnated.
God, I hated that.
Yeah.
All right. Tabitha is whoever we're talking about in the original. I don't even. What's the purpose of saying she was Miranda? Let's just go ahead and cut the head off. Let's cut the head off the snake and go right to the beginning. She's whoever started this town curse or whatever.
Let's call the original soul.
Yeah, the original soul.
Anima, because that's the name for the female archetype in Jungian psychology. And for the male, we can call him Animus. Amos. We'll call him Amos and call her Anima. And it made sense.
Wishlist.
Annie and Amos. That's what we'll call them.
This is probably not happening, but Tabitha and Jade need to smash.
Oh,
It's time to move on, Jim. Jim, you had your spot. You were a replacement, buddy.
No,
a substitute. You were a substitute.
I want Jade. I like him being asexual, not being attracted to either gender, just him and his brains. I don't want him to be with nobody. I want him to be the mad, human scientist.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I didn't see a connection between Jade and Tabitha. Like she was smacking the hell out of him whenever she could. He was like, "Leave me alone." Like I didn't see no love.
I saw.
You know what? I don't know if this is another video.
I wish I had that screenshot when they were, figuring out the whole music things.
I went back and saw that, and she was just like, "Oh my gosh!" Like. This is great, but I think she was doing that because of what he was saying, not because of him.
Okay.
But you know which show did a better job of what From was trying to do?
Let me know.
You watched it.
Oh, you talking about Lost?
Hell no.
You talking about
the
greatest show of all time. Okay, well, nobody said.
Did you watch before, right? On Apple
oh
TV.
yeah. I gotta finish the finale.
The husband and her old boyfriend, they were all reincarnated from when they were young. Like they did it all in one season, 8 episodes.
They did it to me again. I said, "This is reincarnation too." Sorry for those of you who haven't watched before. My bad.
And they got a tree. just like
They got a
from
tree, they got cabins, they got
they got a lake.
pictures.
She's who I think her name is Sarah something. She must have watched From and said, "Oh, let me just wrap this up in one season. Let me show them how this is supposed to be done." And they had a psych hospital. It was built into this. It was more realistic. It made sense, but I didn't want them to be. Oh, they were little friends who, you know, died, like one drowned by mistake. Like it should have been a little bit more drama than that. Okay, but that's a whole nother show. We get back to
Yeah.
From.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a wrap up review for it before. I had to do a catch up, but I like it.
Yeah, I think they did a really good job. I don't see how it could come back for a season two. It wouldn't make
Yeah.
sense unless
It's
it's
supposed to
an
be a
anthology.
limited series anyway.
What does that call, an anthology or something like that, where every season it's a different story.
Mhm.
But I really liked Before. I wish I would have watched it, and it was 30 minutes too. You guys can watch that tonight if y'all want to.
All right. Let me go into a little bit of commentary here. Waking up in here. Hold on. I gotta catch up. Let's see. Eloise is alive and Victor is lying. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that in the Eloise segment.
I'm like, can Victor really lie? He can't remember.
I think Eloise got caught by Christopher that was manipulated to sacrifice the kids during that cycle. That's why Miranda had them hidden from Christopher.
I think Eloise got caught by Christopher.
Hold on, let
But
me
see,
show
we
it.
don't even know. Wait a minute. Why are we assuming that Christopher killed everybody?
I don't think Christopher is that. I Ben got rid of that notion. He was evil or he did something evil if he's attached to Jade, right?
But right, but is that the way? Not Ethan. Victor tried to explain, like he just went crazy one day. I thought
I
he kind
think
of
all
alluded
he said
to.
was he stopped being funny. That's what I remember.
He said he started. Yeah,
He
he
stopped. He
started
used to
being
make
a symbol.
laugh. He stopped being funny.
Okay, okay.
All right. The real soulmate was Jim. Sorry, Jim is not the daddy. I'm sorry. Jim was a substitute. He played his role. And Jim, you did your thing, man. I'll hand it to you. I like when you came up. It's got to be notes. I'm like, Jay's cooking. Not Jay, Jim. Jim is cooking. No one
Oh,
knows where Jim is. He could just be missing at first.
can we go back? Okay. I saw one comment about Ellen the Marvelous had posted.
Mhm.
She said she just did a review. She's the one who does she relates the tarot cards to the show. And I'm just curious if you I said I was going to go back and watch one of your videos, but I haven't. If you mention anything about the 3 of Swords or the 3 of, whichever, suit and the tarot cards, if that relates to the show and the
Oh
nursery
no,
rhyme,
I
like
don't
they
even
come
dive
for
that
free.
far as the esoteric stuff.
Hey,
If y'all want to go, that's TV theories. I like it. I like the research. It's just not my bag. I'm just the entertainer.
I wasn't asking you. I was asking Ellen. I
I
was
thought you
asking
were
Ellen.
asking me.
No, I was asking Ellen to put it in the chat if she has associated like the 3 of whatever in the the tarot cards, if that relates to they come for 3. I'm just curious.
Right.
She said not yet in this review. I'm going to
Okay.
upload. Also, we'll talk about Boyd. Oh, okay.
Ellen the Marvelous. Make sure to go subscribe to her as well.
Yeah, y'all check out Ellen.
Friend of
I
the
like
show
her
and from content creator.
tarot cards, how she related to the show.
Did you hear them of that interview that's going around and they as far as like the tarot cards and stuff like that? I think it was the one with Jack Bender, I believe, the director.
Mm-mm.
He said he didn't know what the what the card was supposed to be. So I think we give these writers too much credit sometimes. Don't put too much into these writers, y'all.
And that's the sad part because true enough, we're all connected and they could have came up with this just by inspiration. Um, but then that just let me know you don't do your homework.
Yeah. Some of these writers, they definitely didn't do their homework. And this was I
'Cause, I mean, it most definitely touched on Jungian psychology, and I believe Carl Jung is the one who created the images for the images that are on the tarot card, the traditional, I think is writer's deck or Riker's deck. So um I think they have knowledge of Carl Jung, but they should have known. Well, I guess that just lets you know how we're all connected, even if they didn't know about tarot cards. That imagery still came up in the show.
yes. R.I.P. Tilly as well. All right.
Yes, rest in peace, Miss Tilly.
Ghost Jim hunting Jade. You better take care of my wife. We're gonna have a let's see, this is gonna be towards the end of the show, but back from the dead segment. Who do you want to come back and see as a ghost next season? We're gonna get to that a little bit later.
Mm.
All right.
Well, I most definitely don't want to see Tabitha and Jade hooking up because I don't think they have chemistry.
They got all the chemistry in the world.
I don't know. Y'all making up chemistry. There is no chemistry between Tabitha and Jade.
Shade, you know what to do.
Hmm.
Oh man. So speaking of Jade, I want to go back to the I guess the analogy he made about having the right pieces of the puzzle, or at least having the ends and things like that. After this season, I believe we have the pieces we need. We have Julie, we have Fatima. I think Fatima's a secret weapon. She might be in danger. She knows too much.
You know what I realized, and I don't think I heard anyone else said this.
Man in yellow is coming.
I put this in my last review, was that she had the same memory as Jade and Tabitha, which means she was there in the beginning. So she's reincarnated.
I think she was just having the memories of Smiley. I think they were
No,
connected. That's what I think it is.
no, she said she saw what they did.
Yeah, I'm because Smiley was one of the people that sacrificed the children, right?
Yeah, but I don't think she saw it because of Smiley. Because why did they pick her out of all people? I don't think, just like Jade and Tabitha didn't know they reincarnated. I think she's reincarnated.
All right,
I think she
we have a
wasn't gonna
difference
know
of
nobody.
opinion in them comments. I want to know: do you think Fatima is reincarnated, or do you think it was just simply she was getting it intravenously through Smiley?
Because it makes sense. Because they were saying, how she was like, I can't have children. I can't have children. That's why you can't have children, because you birth monster babies. You're just you. I don't know how they picked her to have the babies.
Well, I thought it was just from trolling. Like, you can't have baby. We're gonna make you have a baby. We're gonna give you this hope of having a baby, and then snatch it away when you find out it's a demon baby.
Yeah, I think she may be reincarnated.
Do you think everybody is reincarnated, or do you think there are wrong place, wrong time?
I think it's a little bit of both. Now, I think it is interesting. How did Sarah know to, stab Elgin
Mm.
in the eye? And then, we have the Jade had a vision of the Puritan with his eye missing. So I'm thinking Sarah, I don't know if she's reincarnated, but she's most definitely something. But I think and I may be thinking too deep with this, but think about how Tabitha had to go back to the real world. I don't know why. I guess to bring Victor's father back. What if Christopher had a wife and kids in the real world? And From could be just bringing them into, like, people like that into the story, possibly.
Mm. So more newcomers for season 4.
I think that could be like children or of the who we say Amos and Annie and Amos.
I just said Amina. I forgot already.
I think it was it
The original people.
Amina, something, I don't know. The original soul.
Hey, smooth. No more monster babies. Please. Please. That's a wish list right there.
Hey,
We spent the
well,
whole season on that. It was too long.
I'm not even gonna go down that road. But see, the directors and the writers, whoever Jack Bender, who all did the interviews, they all say something like, we know how the show is going to end, and something about like, and we just going along with the journey.
I think
I
they
think,
have a skeleton script, you can say. We
yes,
know the
I think
overall,
they,
what's going to happen.
yeah, I think they're visionaries. They know what they want at the end, but I don't think they really know how to get there. I think they're being too they giving us too many details. Like before had all these elements that From had in season 3, they wrapped it all up in 8. From is what, 20, 30 episodes? They wrapped that up in 8. So I just think that they got the vision, but I think as they're going along, they're trying to tell us too much. Like, we don't need all this information.
Yeah, that was one of my critiques this season. There was a lot of uh dialogue going on. It just wasn't the pacing was kind of off for me.
And then they try to wrap it up with, oh, where we're focusing more on the people's journeys than a mystery. Well, make this crap a drama. Take out the sci-fi and the horror in it. If you want to focus on the people's genre, the people's drama. We are here for the thriller, the cosmic horror, all of that. So don't tell us like, oh, y'all focusing too much on that. Focus on their journey. We all humans. We all going through something. We know what life is like. We don't need From to let us know life is hard. We got to make hard choices. Shoot, that's my
Hey,
soapbox.
brought to you by the Professor TV Theories. All right, where we going next here? Let's talk about Elgin. Will Elgin be normal ever again if he isn't dead?
I don't even see Elgin doesn't have a purpose to me past this point. So I guess he had a purpose this season. He came in on the bus with the dream that only really helped him with the nursery rhyme. But Elgin said something that's interesting when he was in the church with Sarah. And when I went back and watched it, he said, I'm not even all that religious. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's too many inconsistencies for him not to be religious, but
But she
then he
was
wanted
Angel
to
though.
and stand up on his morals and quoting things from the Bible. Like, what about the people in the Bible? They always did things that was, yeah, I think he out of here. I think he gonna die from his injuries.
Yeah, that was a horrible injury. I just don't see him. Let's put an eye patch on. This is not Clara.
Clara? Oh,
Yeah,
Clara.
everybody. Y'all saying she the mole or something. I don't know.
Mystery Clara. I think in one live they said someone mentioned that she's a granddaughter of one of the producers. I don't know if that is true, but I mean it would make sense why she's like in these scenes, because as much as that she showed up at random moments, like there should have been a big reveal with who is Clara.
Clara is a side character. She's a side character. I think she's somewhat comedic relief, but that's about it. I don't think she's a secret mole or anything like that.
Well, yeah, I don't think so. I mean, because if she was, they should have revealed it now. I just think, I don't, it's obvious that they filmed season 3, like I said. They're too detail oriented. That's why they had to cut out some scenes, and why this season seemed kind of choppy.
Very chopped up.
Hmm.
Um, what we got for Sarah? Since we on Elgin, what we got for Sarah? You think she's just gonna go back
Oh,
to her house and chill?
and I, I don't,
Hey, she's not going in the goddamn box, okay?
That
I don't think. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Sarah dies this season because it seemed like she kind of fulfilled what she needed to fulfill. I don't honestly.
I
I think
agree.
everything with Elgin,
Sarah was
Sarah.
the MVP.
I think all of them. They're kind of their storylines are wrapped up. I think they're going to move more into the direction of the story walking, because I think that's more interesting. So I think we're going to focus more on Randall and Marielle, but I think Elgin, I think he's going to die. He's out of there. And I think Sarah, I just can't see her sticking around for too much longer.
Yeah, I guess she's kind of outlived her usefulness. I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
We got
I
story walkers. Fatima know what's up. We know we the original people now. Why do we need you for?
well, like I said, I thought she may end up becoming a leader, and I can most definitely see that
Okay.
because she was in there with Boyd, wasn't it? Oh no, it was just her and Boyd when they were talking to Elgin. I can most definitely see her becoming a leader. Why not? They talk to her, so we need someone who communicates. But oh, that's and Sarah may not go nowhere because we still don't know who's talking to Sarah.
Now we got to find that out.
Yeah.
You should have killed the boy. It's gonna
But
be somebody that pop up to say that.
I think Elgin is. I think he's gonna die from his injuries. I
Mm.
mean, he just doesn't serve a purpose after this.
So we got season 4 deaths. Elgin.
Yep, out of there.
Clara wants to take the Donna from Bob. The Botha just got the Donna. She got
Look
a
at that.
stronghold. She got a stronghold on that Donna. I don't think she going anywhere. The role
Look,
the
Ethan.
role has been filled. All
No,
right.
look, it's all up to little Ethan. Little Ethan, like, she not like tea and
Hey,
chili. I mean, tea and tea.
let's rock with it. Tea and chili.
She is not like tea and chili. So she got to go. Little Ethan gonna take over the diner. Shoot.
You don't like you need them pancakes. Sarah communicates. She still has use. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think she still has use, but I think season 4 has to go in another direction. We took too long to get to the reincarnation storyline. I think it's going to focus more on the story walkers, the man in yellow, and Randall and Marielle, because they didn't really do them right in the season finale.
Didn't do anybody right.
Hmm.
Let's see here. Next up, let's talk about DANI
Oh, Acosta.
Acosta. Does the name mean anything? Does the
Um,
first name be? There was such a whole thing. What's her first name? We need to see the badge. Let's zoom in on it. We need to see the first name. And
I
I never
think
thought it really mattered.
well, she alluded to in an interview, like, "Oh, I can't reveal my first name," but then when they
She cleared that
did,
up. She cleared it up somewhere. I
oh,
can't
what
remember.
did
I
she
would have to
say?
find out. I have to.
Oh,
It wasn't that big of a deal.
oh, I mean, if we just want to just know where the origins of her name,
It could mean
Dan,
something. I don't think it does though.
or like to Danielle, or think about Daniel in the Bible. But of course, her last name Acosta lines up with her living in Camden, living near the seashore. I think
Yeah.
it's like a Portuguese name. Um, has something to do with like the seashore or something like that. Another um, subscriber or viewer had pointed that out, but I don't think she's going anywhere. She got to go. She's gonna die because she's too
Mm.
rah rah rah.
Will she revolt against Boyd? Was my next question.
She gonna try to, and she gonna die in the midst of it.
What if
that's
he?
who. That's who
What
they
if he's
gonna
trapped by the monsters?
Oh, they gonna let him go because that's their mo. They gonna let him go, and he gonna come back. He may tell them what happened or whatnot, but maybe they'll use Acosta, torture Acosta in front of him. He probably wouldn't even be mad. Go ahead, scratch your brains out.
They made me watch.
Yeah, I think Acosta, she's a little too hot headed, and like I said before, come on, guys, Acosta, there were monsters chasing after you. And I understand you think the people are complacent, but if the people been there that long and they're that scared, then it must not be that easy. But she's like that leader that wants to come in and make a change, and all people with within leadership know you don't make the first change. You don't make too many changes within the first year. So she gonna die.
Up out of here. Oh, let me put her down for season 4 death predictions. All right.
Yep.
All right.
She's dead. Kenny may die. He may
Yes,
die
yes,
right
yes.
along with her.
Why are they trying, not trying to hurt Boyd is the real reason, or kill Boyd? They hurt him already. Why are they not trying to kill Boyd? I used to think he was special. There was some type of rule that you couldn't kill Boyd, but other than plot armor, I think they just want to break him, right?
Well,
What would be
Boyd,
the fun in killing you and getting it over with? That's because they had fun with him this season.
I don't know how Boyd is connected to the town. Um,
You think
Obviously
he's
he's connected
reincarnated?
somehow because of his son, Ellis. The fact that whenever he gets hurt, he heals very quickly. Um, he's an artist. He draws and all that stuff, just like, Miranda. So I don't know how Boyd must be connected to the good entity, but I don't know how. Maybe he's like I don't know. And they got to clear that up too. Like, why is Boyd there? Because it doesn't make sense. Why would you? I'm about to lose it. Out of all the main stories, see, that's why we just be going along. I try not to do groupthink too much, but
We're gonna have all this boy slander. Hold on, hold.
no,
Shut
I'm
your
not
fucking mouth!
slandering Boyd. My thing is he's the main character. We should know why he is. We going into
Yeah,
season 4. We don't even know why Boyd is there. Come on now, please get out of here.
here to get that boat. I want to see a boat in season 4. That's what I want to see. All right.
Yeah, where did the boat go? But then they could have. They so tricky and mysterious. The boat could still be there. They just took it out the photo. I don't know.
Tom, the bartender, and Thomas are the same person? I don't think they're going that way, but that's a nice catch, Thomas.
No, I don't think so.
What if there is a child, Thomas, who now comes from Jade, the father?
No, because Thomas. I mean, come on, guys. Thomas is still part of Jim. He just half a Tabitha.
I really think there is no Thomas, guys. I think it was just a troll on the phone. That's it.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Why'd you let me die or whatever he said? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think Thomas. I think they may be trolling, but I think the man in yellow or whoever could be trolling, but they could, somehow bring in. But why would you bring a dead baby back to be evil? Like, I don't know. I think that may be a little too
So you think that
insensitive.
that's the man in yellow as well? Thomas on the phone?
Well, yeah, I think it's somebody
More
playing a
than
joke
likely.
because they already said that they know how to mock up other people's voices.
Right.
So that could be, you know, them, playing around or something.
Okay. Next up, let's talk about Eloise.
Eloise, where in the world is Eloise?
Is Eloise coming out of hiding? Is she the person knocking on the cabins?
I don't know if she's this person knocking at the
I definitely
cabins.
think she's alive, but I don't know about the cabins.
I think she's going to show up. I think we're going to learn more about Eloise in season 4. I would not be surprised. Well, then that means no. Okay, I'm not going to say that. I think Eloise is going to show up season 4. We may learn more about her.
It's time. It's time from because I can't take any more trolls from Mr. Memory
Which
Loss.
YouTuber will be the first to get a cameo in front? Let me be nice. Oh.
Why it gotta be like that? Say a name.
I think the ones that would well, I think MGM has influencers. I think some of the YouTubers that are like YouTube media, not all of
Mm.
them, but I most definitely think some are influencers because they were talking about the reincarnation storyline like episode 1 of this season. And I don't know. I don't know how I felt about that. They were the only ones that was talking about reincarnation. The YouTube media YouTube channels.
If you know,
So
you know. Yeah.
that's why I say they probably will make a cameo in from. It would be awesome. I don't knock nobody's hustle, but I also don't get on here and try to create a narrative to spin a narrative, among a fan group to guide them in one direction versus just let us run wild. If we disappointed, we disappointed, but that's the beauty of the show.
Okay. Let me tackle this question right here. Let's not forget Jim was killed in daylight. Are we inferring that it was a dream because it was in daylight?
No, because the man in yellow, he was walking. Well, the monsters, we've only seen them at nighttime, but the man in yellow came out during the day and killed Jim. Usually they're not
Daywalker.
killed and it only people that are killed in the daytime are they killed by other humans. Like what's her name? Rest in peace, Tilly.
Tilly is dead. Not coming back.
And she was killed. Well, no, technically she wasn't killed by Fatima. It was baby Smiley who killed her because he was hungry. But I got a theory about the man in yellow. If y'all want to go down that road, or we can wait.
Wish list. I'm hoping we see more of the man yet. I hope he's just not, kind of sparingly. We might see him here and there. I got a feeling it's gonna be that. Kind of like the boy in white, sort of.
Yeah, and then also
I
think
want to
about
see more upper tier monsters. These more of these day walkers. I guess you can say Kimono is upper tier. We saw her in daylight in that little hut and just going wherever she wanted to go. And
hmm
Man in Yellow, those are only two I've seen thus far that can exist outside of darkness, right?
Yeah.
And we need to see Martin again. I need to see another Martin site. We are all Martin.
Yes, we are all Martin. I don't know. But they may bring Martin back. hmm
Uh, okay. Here. Next up. So Eloise is coming back, but we still don't know who is knocking at the cap. It could be that, the scene where we saw the little girl that Tabitha was supposed to be.
hmm
And then they didn't show what was, I guess, chasing her, but
hmm
maybe that could be it.
Yeah, that could be it. That would make that would make sense.
And
And my
go
thing
ahead.
was, they really knocking or were they just walking around making noise? Because knocking seemed very intentional.
Yeah, I don't know. It felt like knocking to me. No.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Big bad wolf, exactly. It's the big bad wolf. Ellen solved it. Don't let it be a wolf. We coming back to this live.
Mm-hmm.
Uh
I wouldn't be surprised. This is from.
oh man. Okay. Uh let's keep it on the monsters. We heard the story of the monsters, and this is another wish list. I
Mm-hmm.
want to visually see where the origin of these monsters slash the original people.
Yeah, I do too because
Yeah, of course, we don't have to see the sacrificing of the children. We know it happened, but just like I want to see them.
yeah, I mean I don't know like the monsters we see now are those the same monsters that was there like at
If they
at the
live
very
forever, I would say yes, maybe.
because that okay because
Maybe
I
from
think
whatever when that I guess that 70, 80 cycle, those people they came and well, it wouldn't even be that because most of it is like 50s, 60s, like kind of garment, right?
I want to say I think there were some more people that may have done some type of sacrificial
Could
ritual
be. Yeah.
like the 50s and the 60s. That remember when Jasmine was like, I didn't ask for this, like
Right.
somehow this was brought upon her. So, and then that would kind of make sense of the man in yellow.
Right.
He seemed like he may come from that era.
Because if it was the original people, so let's take Jade and Tabitha for instance. It's like, okay, how do we explain all these people, Smiley, whatever monster, speaking English? I would assume in the original time they would speak a different language because we got this whole made up Ankui thing, which means remember, right? So I would think
Right.
they spoke their own language in that time.
But I guess as they evolved,
We
I
learned
guess they,
English.
yeah, they
Yeah.
evolved. Now, what would be interesting if some of them, like maybe they let some of them go to go live in the real world? I don't know.
Hmm.
Instead of being trapped in the town, I don't know. That maybe that's how they learned English and brought it back to everybody. Or it could be they just mock the trap residents, their voices. So it could be that.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. The monsters, they are the people that sacrifice the children. So we're taking these original people through all these timelines. Now, the only thing I could come up with is maybe they steal the garments of people that come through the town and they evolve through time. But I'm still trying to explain this language barrier. So,
Hmm.
but anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's talk about let's talk about the three. We're gonna start with Mary L. Are we going to
Mhm.
see more of what she was dealing with this season that they kept so secluded and a secret? We don't know what was happening to her.
Yes. Whatever they cut out of season 3 with Marielle, we will see it in season 4 because I do think she gave Fatima something to make her want to eat. I think I think she abided or gave in to the entity. That's why maybe she didn't hear the
Sleeper
trailer
agent. That's what I'm talking about.
because she seems so calm and at peace. So I think we may see that she made some type of deal.
Team Man in Yellow. I think Randall might be joining the team. These cicadas got to lead to somewhere.
Yeah, I think these cicadas give them some type of power, but they just don't know how to use the
Well, I mean,
power.
I mean, so more him because he keeps seeing them.
Oh, see more of Randall.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like, we're gonna most definitely, maybe we'll understand more. You know what? That's probably what season 4 is going to be about. If it ended with Julie's story walking, maybe we'll learn more about what happened to those three.
And finally, Julie.
Mhm.
Um, is she the key?
Who? Julie? Is she the
Julie.
key? No, I think Ethan is the key.
Co-keys.
Mm-mm.
You love
Ethan is
you
the key.
love Ethan. You love Ethan. Oh my Ethan apologist. I told you.
Ethan, guys, he's overlooked. He's shunned. Oh, he's just little. He doesn't know any
Ethan,
better. He
Ethan
done
better
told us
Ethan
about the
better hurry up.
threshold. He done told us about the story. He's telling us more about what's going on than the adults are.
Ethan better move that timeline up. He's growing up.
Yeah, I think, oh, I guess that would be my wish list or my prediction. I think we're going to start season 4. Actually, it's going to be, I think it's going to be right in like sync with the present time. I think we've been watching the past because the first 3 seasons is like the first 2 months and from when older Julie came back, she looked older. So I'm thinking that's going to be Julie present day, like 4 years later from 2022. So that, but this is the Julie that's 21 or 22. So I think it's going to be a short period of where they kind of wrap up season 3, but then we're going to see them come to present day where Julie is older with the short black bob.
Mm, time jump.
No, it's not a time jump. We've been since COVID and all of that stuff happened. Of course, they prolong all that time in between the seasons. I think they just going to start season 4 as this was 4 years later.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's probably going to come back like February. I put February the 26th because what's their names? The Matthews went missing February the 20th, 2022. And then they say, oh, we come back spring 2026. I think they can make come back around that time to kind of honor the Matthews 4-year anniversary.
There has to be a time jump. They are filming in spring. Well, I thought they were filming the whole year or something like. Oh, they start filming in spring and then it goes throughout the rest of the year or something like. I don't know, but it's
Yeah, I think
definitely 2026.
no, it won't be a time jump. We've been watching the past season 2 and season 3. We've been watching like the first 2 months and from. And the only reason why is because of the writer's strike and COVID kind of threw us off. If that didn't happen, I think from would look,
Right.
it will look
I definitely
totally
think that
different.
has something to do with it,
Yeah.
even with the
I
writing
don't
to an
think
extent.
it's a time jump with Julie. I think that end scene was Julie being older. She was story walking, trying to come back and save Jim.
Yeah, that was definitely older, future Julie, I guess you can say somewhat.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, I think we're getting towards the end here. Uh, let's talk about the boy in white.
The man in
Oh, the
white.
man in white. The man in white is coming, y'all. We already saw what he looked like this season. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I always thought he was gonna eventually, every time we see him, he's gonna grow up a little bit more. I thought they already kind of had that planted that seed with the artwork you see in the intro or whatnot, where he looks like a whole man. Uh,
I don't know what they're gonna do with the boy in white because he looked the same. Yeah, I don't know that boy in white. This is where they're gonna like maybe change the storyline in the middle because why is he growing if he was a little boy when Ethan saw him as a little boy, and now that not I mean Victor when Victor saw him again like 40 years later, he was still a little boy. So why all of a sudden now the man in white, I mean the boy in white
The
is
man in white.
becoming the man in white.
It's coming. He's coming.
Victor even said it like, hold up, like you look older. But he did say things are changing. So maybe
Mm.
something happened that sped up. Well, maybe there's a time jump that sped up the boy in white's. I don't know.
Mm. Yep. I don't know. I think they they need some type of supernatural ally. Now we have man in yellow on the scene.
I, so I'm wondering if Jade and Tabitha, if they, since they were part of the original, if they have some type of power. Because I also think that's why Julie, part of the reason why Julie can story walk, I think she can see the future, but the cicadas allow her to story walk. And it kind of goes into Native American mythology, with the 4 or 5 different worlds. Like before, I don't know, it was like the animals or the people would travel to the new world, they always sent the cicadas first. So I'm thinking the cicadas gave her the ability to story walk, but I think she can story see, just like Victor and Ethan. Remember when he had that seizure, he was calling
Right.
out everything that was in Victor's room, and Victor was sitting there drawing everything that happened, out there that night, and Victor wasn't there. So I think they have the ability to see, but Julie, since she got them cicadas in her, she can story walk.
So with everybody that have a seizure, because Sarah had a seizure as well.
Mm-hmm.
So do
Mm-hmm.
you think she might be able to
I don't
story
think
walk, maybe,
no, I think she
or
uh
just hear the voices?
she has, I don't know, it's like clairvoyant, Clara something. But yeah, I think she can hear. She can
Right.
hear. Yeah, I guess she hears. She doesn't see, because like all her visions have come except for what was on her arm, but everything has been told to her.
Ellen, it has something to do with weed
Oh, it most definitely, because Miranda, I think
and
Miranda
acid.
is a story walker, because she hit the acid and she was talking about everything, all that stuff she saw, she painted. I think she was story walking. Yeah, maybe we'll see Jade and Tabitha get high this season. They start story
You
walking.
know what? You know what? It's wish list. We need Tabitha and Jade to get high.
But Jade was drinking a lot, so I guess it got to be instead. It has to be.
I don't want
Uh,
to see that man drunk no more, please.
did we really see him drunk?
He was something.
Mm,
He wasn't all because he had the conversation with Tom. He said, sober up.
he really wasn't drunk to me though.
He- Maybe he was JH drunk.
Oh, he most definitely wasn't yo drunk. Bottle tree goes for drunk people. What? Hey, that's maybe where all the bottles come from. They drinking
Mm,
by the tree.
drinker and a smoker. That's a bad combination.
But Frank was a drunk. Henry was a drunk. Yeah,
Henry
I
was a
didn't.
drunk,
I
yeah.
thought we would have got more. I forgot about Frank and what was
You
the little girl
nailed
name?
the motherfucking window shut, Frank.
Yeah,
Right.
I think they storyline wrapped up too. I don't think we're gonna hear anything else about Frank and his family.
Henry, since we own Henry, is Henry up out of here? I smell a sacrifice. I think that's his reason for being.
I can see Henry dying. I mean, we really don't have a use for him unless he's trying to look for Miranda. Miranda just. Oh, what if Henry starts seeing Miranda and Tabitha and
It's
start hitting
too
on Tabitha?
it's too late. It's too late.
That's what's
Miranda does
gonna
not matter in the grand scheme of things. It's too late. We only worried about the original people, okay?
Well, no, I mean, but Henry, that was his wife. I think he gonna start looking at Tabitha like, "Ooh, you remind me of Miranda."
I'm sorry,
And
but
so
it's
they gonna hook up.
uh, okay. All right. Only two things I have left. We got to save the death for last. Back from the dead. Who do we want to see come back
From the
from the
dead.
dead as a ghost, spirit, what vision, whatever you want to say? Tien Chin.
Tilly. Yep, Tien
Tilly.
Chili and Tilly.
Oh, I thought you said Tilly. Okay, Tien Chili and Tilly.
Yeah, see the both of them. I'm trying to think, was there anybody else we really cared about that died? I don't care to see Dale.
Yeah, they said some beloved people were gonna die. I did. None of these people were beloved.
I
Maybe
told
except
you.
Jim. Depending on if you're a Jim hater or not.
I think Kenny was supposed to die this season, but he
Ooh,
didn't. The way they set up his storyline, it seemed like he was supposed to die.
is it time to wipe out the Tien Chili bloodline? Is Kenny
Probably
out of
so.
here? The father, the mother, and now the son.
Ooh, father, mother, no, father, mother, son. Yeah, something.
Hmm. We'll see.
Oh, somebody said Kevin, bring back Kevin. Man,
Oh my
Kevin, they need to put him in the
god.
box. Bring Kevin back so we can put his monkey behind in the box.
Kevin is out of here.
That's what we need to bring Kevin
Uh,
back. Like you
Kevin.
really thought he's another Elgin. You really thought you was gonna get some from you trying to get some cookie from the monsters. Come on now. Come on. Kevin, how stupid can you be?
Big Kev, man. Oh, okay. Anybody else that
Oh,
I can
you
think
know who?
of?
No, 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 no. I want to see Nathan,
No,
Sarah's
okay,
brother. I want him to come back and like she have a vision of Nathan.
that's a good one.
Hmm.
Um, I'm
Like
trying
we
to
already
see.
see Father Cautry and we see Abby.
We know you a Joe. We know.
Joe
Pagan, what's up? What's up? You in towards the end, but you here though.
Pagan. I mean Pagan. Oh, was that the little girl's name? Megan? I think that was her name. Frank's daughter.
Yeah, that was her.
But
Megan Ghost.
that's who I would like to see come back. I can't think of any other main characters
Yeah.
who like died.
Right now we are talking about people that we want to come back from the dead, and then next we're going to go into who we think will die in the season 4, and they'll wrap things up.
Hello, Miss T.
Is T in the building? She got me drunk. You one of the culprits. She was hollering all live, drink.
Oh, what? Oh, Ellen the Marvelous points something out. Monsters were turned into humans in this
Humans
season.
this season.
What if the monsters do? Maybe what if the monsters want to become human? Like if there's a part of them that wants to give up the reincarnation.
That would be nice. I thought that was what was going to happen when they originally caught Smiley and they left him out in the daytime. I thought maybe he was going to turn human. That didn't happen, but
Mm, mhm. And I thought that was going to be part of the storyline that the monsters, like they really don't want to be monsters, and that they was going to try to, I guess, get their life back, or whatever the case may be. But yeah,
too late. Season 4 deaths. We're going to start with Randall. You want Randall to die? I do want Randall to die too. Just get it over.
oh no, Randall can. We got to figure out what's going on between the three: Mariel, Randall, and Julie. He can die by the end.
He got no screen time in that final. There was just a little piece in the whole.
I know, especially for them to show
I was
you
like,
about
just kill
to
it.
bake his head, and then But then that scene was so powerful with him and Marielle. That's what I'm saying. They just kind of dropped the ball with that.
Kenny is all alone. He needs someone. I forgot that. Will Kenny and Acosta get together? They're on a first name basis.
Well, it seemed like they may have hooked up last season. They just cut it out.
Kenny, go on, go, man. It's over for Christy. I wanted you and Christy to get together. I just don't see it happen.
I don't want him to get with Christy. Christy don't want him. Kenny, we ain't doing that. You get with somebody that wants you, okay? Christy over there with Marielle, the what you say, sleeper agent.
Sleeper agent.
She got her hands full.
Oh, Elgin is gonna die. We already got him on the list.
Yeah, I think Elgin's gonna die.
I just don't think he can make it from that injury. That was bad.
Yeah, and he just doesn't. I mean, he doesn't. I mean, what else does he have to offer? He already told
Absolutely
us
nothing.
the dream. Other than that, he really doesn't have anything else for us. Unless they want to show if there was really a past relationship between him and Sarah, not like them being together, but just the fact of her character stabbing him in the eye, like the original ones. Like if they show something like that, because like I said, I think it's just too peculiar that she stabbed him in the eye, and then we see the Jade, the Puritan, with the eye missing. So
If
I don't
anything,
know.
I think that would be exposition. I don't think they're gonna waste any time trying to show that.
Yeah, they probably won't. But other than that, I think
Marielle.
he's out of there.
I don't know. I think Marielle's gonna go the distance, y'all.
Oh no, I think Marielle's dying this season too. I think Marielle's gonna die. Amber's gonna die.
It's like we know we hate Marielle, so we're gonna keep her just to troll you
Nah.
guys. She do have them one-liners though.
Yeah, but I think she's either gonna kill herself or she's gonna
Oh,
die in the mist, or she's gonna sacrifice herself
damn. Okay, gonna get
because she
herself
gonna
up
feel
out there.
bad that she betrayed the town by making Fatima whatever that concoction she made to make Fatima eat. Oh, y'all want Ellis to die? Ellis not gonna die.
Said
Boyd will
Ellis.
flip his wig.
T said Ellis.
Ellis is a no, but I don't know. Ellis kind of stepped it up this well, no, he was getting on my nerves this season because Boyd almost smacked the black off of him. So I don't know.
Let's see. Who else do I have? Cause y'all
Ellis
named
has a
everybody.
brother now. Ellis
Yeah.
is really, wait a minute. That's
Do you think
disgusting.
we're gonna have some trolling from Smalley?
Wait a minute. No, that's not Ellis is the father
Yeah,
and the
Ellis is the father.
father and the uncle. What? No. Oh, that's disgusting.
I feel like we're gonna get a scene. Hey, Dad. Hey, Mom.
He's the son and the brother.
Oh man.
Oh,
Let me see. Any other characters that I see dying? I think we named damn near everybody.
yeah. That's why they
Important anyway.
wrap it up on up in season 4.
You know,
We
you
don't
know,
get
you,
season
you know,
5.
you want that thing to go to season 5.
I don't. They don't. They don't. They don't have. They got good vision, but they don't have good strategy of how to get there. It shouldn't
They
take
can
them this
they can
long.
turn it around.
We'll see. We will see.
To break Boyd, Ellis will die to Smiley. Okay, Smiley will kill Ellis.
You know what?
Hey, I like that. I like that. I
This will
need that get back.
because this will lead to my theory about the man in yellow, but I'll share that after this.
Lots of NPCs will go. Oh, I ain't forgot about those people that ransacked Tien Chin's basement or kid or house or whatever. They got to get up out of here. They got to get up out of here. I haven't forgotten. But with that being said, I think that's going to wrap it up for this season 4 wish list and predictions. Ooh,
Hey, can
almost.
I share my thing about the
Go
man in
ahead.
yellow?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, I think the man in yellow is someone who's like Victor, but he turned evil.
Mm.
And if you think about it, they always, I mean, they show like Victor and little Ethan and Boyd in yellow. And we know yellow usually means like that's a happy color, sun is bright, supposed to be positive. But then there's another side of yellow that can be like if something disgusting or it has rotten. And the man in yellow has most definitely rotted. I think that's why they used his suit because I heard the story that the producer or whoever, they went to a party and they saw a man in a yellow suit.
Mhm.
He looked so nice and clean. But then the second time they saw him, they said he was homeless. So I'm thinking the man in yellow probably started off good, but over time things had happened and he turned evil. And I think that that may happen to Boyd if they kill Ellis. Boyd is going to lose it.
Okay, so you think there's somebody possibly on the trajectory of the man in yellow?
Oh yeah, Ethan is
Not
on the
necessarily,
trajectory.
or not necessarily. Okay, he is the man in yellow in the future, but they're
Yeah, if
on
they
that
don't
they're on that
turn
path.
Yeah, if they don't turn things around, yeah.
Okay, Dark Ethan on the way, y'all. Dark Ethan is on the way
If they going with playing with this
because
this
we
color
we
scheme,
we got to make Ethan a man so we can get rid
uh,
of this growth spurt problem.
he gonna be 13. Shoot, he about to be a teenager. So I mean, probably because we won't get that far if we wrap it up with season 4 or season 5. But I think that's why they show like, oh, look at them in this yellow and gold. They're so innocent. They're so nice. They're so kind. But then we see the man in yellow. Why is he dressed in a yellow suit? Like that's too, you know? Yeah.
Let's see.
No, Ethan was that Ethan can't kill his father based on a grandfather story theory. Right. No, the man in yellow is not Ethan. No, 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 no. I'm saying I think the man in yellow was someone like Victor who had been in the town a long time and then somehow turned evil. I think that's who the man in yellow is. Or he was someone, he's like Julie and the other, like Julie and Randall. He got the cicada attack within him. That's how he was able to kill Jim.
Mm,
I don't think, well, we put like this man in yellow, I don't think he's just the big bad evil entity. I think he's someone that started out positive, like in that nice suit
yeah,
that Miranda painted. And then I think something happened over time where he became evil.
right.
Or maybe it was always part of the story for Jim to die. Because remember, what's her name? Tabitha had a dream of him hanging upside down.
Yes.
So maybe it was his, he was always meant to die, and maybe the man in yellow was trying to save him, like, tell your wife to stop digging that hole, Jim. So he's like, now I gotta kill you because you weren't paying attention, Jim.
All right. And let's see. The man in yellow is a crossroad demon since it deals with music. I do think the music did. I think that released him.
Yeah, I'm thinking. See, that's what I'm saying. We got too much going on. We got music. We got cicadas. We got suits. Men in yellow, men in black, men in white. It's too much going on. See, my wish list season 4. We just focus on the story walkers. That's it, and figure out what's going on with Randall, Marielle, and Julie. How was she able to gain that power, and is she going to be able to go Is that how we're going to be able to go back and see the past? Is through Julie.
That would make sense. That would be the best way. Is she going back to the original time?
I don't. Ooh, if she can story walk that far back, that'll be amazing. I think at least we will get back. That's another thing. We got to find out what happened. That why did everybody die in that mass? The massacre when Victor came out the root cellar as a boy. Maybe she will story walk back to that point. Maybe she will story walk and see Eloise and have a conversation with her.
Is that how we see Eloise? Maybe not necessarily her coming back, even though I think she's alive. But could we see her that way just through Julie story walking?
Yeah, possibly. Hey, Debbie.
Hello, Debbie. Oh, you're going to have to catch the replay. I'm glad to see you, though. We right on the end.
But that's all I had. I just wanted to share because I was just thinking about why show Ethan and Victor and Boyd in the color yellow. And we know that they have been like very positive, or like positive influences, or in the town, or their character has been positive. But then we see this man in yellow, and he's all in a ratted tatted suit. So I think they're kind of showing the progression of how you can start out good and you go on that trajectory of becoming evil. Remember, it's all about the character's journey.
Got too many journeys going on. Too many journeys.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't feel like Julie will be able to control her powers. I think by the time we see her in the season 3 finale, I think she has somewhat of a control of her abilities by that point.
Yeah, I
But right
think
now, the Julie right now, no.
season 1 through 3 has been 2020, February to probably April 2020. I think season 4 is going to start 26, 4 years after they've been in the town.
Okay.
So that will
Let's
make
switch it
sense
up.
why Julie is older.
Let's switch it up. We might have some back and forth. We might start like 4 years and then we jump back the present and something like that. We can switch it up a little bit. Don't necessarily have to start right.
I hope not. That if they do so, they got to get some writers in there that know how to get there quickly. Y'all need to go borrow the writers from before from Apple TV. They did it in 8. What y'all did in 30 episodes, they did it in 8, and very well.
They had to wrap it up though. I think that's only going one season. I think that's only going one season, if not
What
2.
before?
Yeah, it's a limited series, so I think it's supposed to be a
Yeah,
short.
but it was well written. Like it was
All
a
I
good.
know is I'm afraid of pins. That's why I get nervous every time I see a pin now.
No, I was
All
just
right.
shocked when I was watching it. I'm like, damn, this is from Better, just from Better in 8 episodes versus 4-5 years later.
All right. Before we get out of here, let's give your channel some promotion. What do you have going on? What's going on right now? Videos that's been posted. What you got for 2024? 2025, my bad. Let's get out of here, please.
Oh well, I'm gonna stay right here in 2024. I'm not gonna go to 2025 yet.
I'm ready. I'm ready to
Stay
get
right
out of
here.
2025. 2024.
Uh,
I'm tripping.
2024. Oh, tomorrow I was thinking about doing a live and we talk about the man in yellow because the latest video I made, I was talking about why the yellow suit. So I was thinking maybe we'll do a live tomorrow, just diving a little bit deeper into the man in yellow, talk about the Tuck Everlasting influence and also the influence from the King in Yellow. I'm also gonna try to do the dream interpretation. I hope I can get that out by the end of the year. If not, most definitely that'll come up in 2025. And I'm also trying to do something with the previous seasons because I didn't like recap season 1 and season 2. And I don't know if I want to do that per se. So I'm thinking of some ways of how I can review seasons 1 and 2 and connect it to 3.
All right.
So that's something that's coming up. Oh, and when Severance come back, I'm going to do Severance.
Okay. That's on my list as well because I got to catch up with the show. I just caught up on Silo, which I'll be starting reviews on that soon. If I like Severance, I'm probably going to add that next year. I'm going to be restarting my Lost rewatch. I think I'm on episode 6 right now. So if you're new or if you're a vet and you want to just relive the journey, come along with me. I'm going to start that up soon. And then 2025, the biggest production ever from awards is coming, y'all. Just know that. All right. I think that's going to do it for me and TV Theories. Make sure to go subscribe to her channel if you haven't already. And we will see you guys in 2025. We too live. That rhymed. All right. Let's get up out of here. Happy holidays. And
Hey, I still want to
Yeah.
talk. I'm gonna go live on my channel.
Oh,
So
okay.
y'all come to my channel.
The after party. The after party is at
Y'all
TV
come to the after
Theories.
party.
Make sure to go subscribe to her as well. All right. That's going to do it for us, guys. Thank you for joining, and we will see you next time.
Sounds good. See you later. Happy holidays.
Yep.